So we just saw about static, right? So let me explain about static block. How to create a static block inside the class. What is the purpose of static block? Why do you need static block? And then so static variables I'm going to cover later. Okay, so let's focus now as of now static block focus. So let's create a new class on any package. I'm just giving static block demo. Take the main method, click on finish. So this is called comment means so basically a description about some line of code. So you're describing about particular line of code with a double forward slash. This is called single line comment. So what you call this? Single line comment. So that won't be considered for execution. If you put a double forward slash any line before, this line won't be considered for execution. That's the meaning of double forward slash. So basically static block is used to initialize your static variables. Suppose I have, what is the static variable syntax? Access modifier.
Static data type variable name equal to value.
Just follow the syntaxes so that it will be very easy for you. Access modifier I given private. So I have private, protected, public, default. So access modifiers. Then static. So data type, it's up to you what you want to take. I'm taking an integer. So integer a equal to 10. And I can take public static. So data type long, I will take long L. I'm not giving any value, but see, I'm not assigning a value. This is the static variable. So static variable, basically you will declare above the methods, below the class. So with the static keyword, that's a static variables. So as I mentioned, so static block I'm creating. Static block. So how you will create a static block? Just write the static keyword, curly bracket end. So in this static block, all you can initialize your variable values. You can write some calculations, anything preconditional steps if you want to execute anything that you can place inside the static block. The static block, basically a static block inside, see this L value I can initialize. See, even I can declare one local variable also inside the block. So I can declare a local variable. So let me declare a local variable 5. So I declared a local variable. So local variable, why I'm calling anything inside the block body or method body. If you declare any variable like this is called local variable. So local variable you must initialize. See, local variable you are not using any modifier keyword or any static keyword also. Just it will start with the data type, variable name equal to value. That's a local variables. So what you call them? Local variables. So any block inside or method inside, if you declare, those variables are called local variables. This is the single line comment I'm using. Value. Now I have to give this value, right? This L value I need to initialize. So which variable value you want to initialize? Only call that variable name. The variable name is L equal to I'm assigning. So BT multiplied by A. See, that's how I assigned a value. This value I am assigning to L. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
That's how you can do that. You can initialize your variable values. So even I can change a value also. See, A plus BT. I can change that like this. Now A value after 13th line, what is the A value now?
15.
15. So A value after new assignment. So what are the new assignment? We did A plus B2 I did. So just print. See this, a plus operator is joining this string value. String plus the A value. So A is the variable. So the variable value, variable name you write exactly. So this is all your readable statement. What readable statement you want to go? That's everything in the double quotes. That's a string representation, string plus any variable, any kind of variable. It can be integer, it can be a long, it can be a string, it can be a character, it can be Boolean, it can be any type of variable. Okay, variable name you can just add plus A. See, A I am not keeping in double quotes. Why? If you keep A in double quotes, A will print, not A value. So that's why. So after concatenation, what you want to add here, you should know variable name or a string. If you keep in double quotes, that will be a string, not a variable. So that's one thing you should know this. And if you want to print this also, L value, you can print. So print statement, basically we are taking L value after assignment plus L. So plus means you are joining this L value with this string. You're combining both of them. That's the meaning of plus operator. It concatenates. It concatenates the value. Okay. And so this is the first static block. You can write n number of static blocks. You can write n number of static blocks. So I can write here, but sir, which one will execute? Main method will execute or static block will execute?
First static block will execute.
Yeah, first static block code will execute. Even before main method, static block will execute. That's why anything before main method you want to execute, then keep that inside the static block. Such kind of code. So first static block will execute. If one more static block is there, it will go to second static block also. That will execute. So I can see short sh equal to 2. Here C equal to capital A. So these are all data types. So I'm going to cover in the next few minutes. So we are going to learn about these data types. So multi-line commenting I want to cover. So this is the document comment. This is the multi-line comment. So let's do some mathematical operations. So you want to write multiple lines of code. You don't want to execute that. This is multi-line comment. So you are commenting multiple lines. So with this won't be considered for execution. This is the second type of comment. So this is the second type of comment. So what is the first type of comment? Single line. Single line comment. That is double forward slash. So this is second type of comment, which is going to comment multiple lines, multiple sequential lines. Okay, multiple sequential lines. This is the multi-line comment. So there is one more document comment. So this is document comment. What is the difference between document comment and multi-line comment? Can you observe?
Yeah, 2 stars use.
So forward slash after 2 stars. Here forward slash after a single star.
Single
So
star.
when you can use this document comment, any method above or any block above or any class above, you want to describe your thing, then you will use a document comment. You want to explain this class is used to describe about static block. So I can give a description about this so people can understand so what is happening, right? So that's what this static document comment. Something you want to describe so that new people comes and they can understand what is the purpose of this, or purpose of this class, or purpose of this static block, or purpose of this main method. You can explain easily. So main method is used to execute bytecode. So the program execution starts from here only. So even but if static block is there, first static block. One more static block is there, then second static block. So let's do this int result equal to sh plus c. So I can just write so output is plus, see my readable statement in double quotation mark. Then I am adding result variable value. This is also another local variable. Why I'm saying this is the local variable? This output you are assigning to this variable, and this variable data type is a int. So this is following a local variable syntax, right?
Yeah, just data type.
So is it following local variable syntax or not?
Yes.
So data type, variable name equal to a declaration and assignment. Both are happening in the same line. Can you see here declaration and assignment? Both are happening. How we are saying, sir, this assigned a value? The assignment
Equal.
operator. Assignment operator is there, that is the assignment. Here also you declared a local variable and assigned a value. You declared a local variable and assigned a value. So that's, otherwise sometimes you can do like this also. I can declare here. So what I did now, did I do any assignment here?
No.
No.
That's the only declaration. The local variable declaration, this is. But local variable, so without assigning, you cannot use. Say, suppose if I try to print, it will throw error directly without assigning. If I try to use this without assignment, see, it is throwing error. What is the error? See, read that, mouse over. Everything you will get there very clearly. Just read and understand that. That's it. Can you read?
The local variable output may not have been initialized.
That means you haven't initialized the value. You only declared, but not assigned, not initialized the value. Initialized the value means assignment is not happened. So before using the any variable, any local variable, you must assign the value. Now I'm going to assign. See, now error will go away. Now I'm assigning. So not necessary you have to assign here only. Later also you assign before using that. So I'm assigning now. So the character C minus SH multiplied by 10. That's what I'm doing. See that you will get output. Output, did I put output before a data type again?
Not required.
So once a declaration, one time only. Later you don't need to put every time no data type. So declaration one time only you have to do. Then you can use only variable name. So what is the variable declaration and assignment one time. See how many times we use it. See here also, here also. So one time declaration and assignment are just declare once and reuse multiple times. So now I can call here some more. So I'll do some more thing. String s equal to Java. String s2 equal to Selenium. I want to join these two. So how to join? So how to join two strings?
Plus operator.
So use plus operator. You are using already in the print statement. See,
Yes.
everywhere you are using plus operator. String plus anything. This value will go and join with this string. So string plus this value. So plus is just a concatenation operator for strings. String plus any number, any character, any Boolean value, anything. It can be a string also. String plus string, string plus number, number plus string. Anything, the output you will get only string. So the output you will get a string only. S3 equal to S plus S2.
S2.
See, I am concatenating S value and S2 value. That output I am assigning to another string
Yes.
variable S3. So S3 value is plus S3. So this is the how you can write. So let's go and execute. I'll write here main method starts here. One simple statement to understand. So main method starts here. So see how it is all your I'll write here also. First static block ends here. First static block ends here. So the statements will just tell you, okay, so where you are. Otherwise, if you don't write this blocks, you won't understand, right? So that is the reason I'm just putting some print statement. So because this is the one is going to print in the console. So this is the one it will print in the console, right? So how can you execute? So many ways I told you, right click, run as Java application. See that first static block executed, static block ended. Then second block started
here.
and ending here. So then main method started here. See Java Selenium added. So this is the main method is starting here only, but above all static blocks. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
That's all about static block and comments, and both I covered. So comment means describing about an element or an entity. Before writing any code, you want to explain about that. That line should not be considered for execution. You can do commenting. So commenting are three types. Single line comment that is represented by double forward slash, double forward slash, double forward slash. If you write any line before, this is not considered for execution by the compiler or by JVM, right? So the interpreter won't consider that for execution. And multi-line comment. Multi-line comment means So multiple lines you want to comment, sequential multiple lines you want to comment. You don't want to execute them. Then you'll put this one. What is the shortcut for this? Multi-line comment placing and uncommenting, commenting and uncommenting. Select all the lines. Select all the lines. And Control Shift forward slash. Control plus Shift plus forward slash. This is for commenting. What is the select all the lines, then press Control Shift forward slash for placing the multi-line comment. But what about uncommenting?
Yes.
Shortcut key. Control, select that, okay? Select that, Control first plus Shift plus backward slash. This is for commenting and this is for uncommenting. So shall I uncomment this? So let's see how to uncomment. Control Shift backward slash. Right? Again, if you want to comment, Control Shift forward slash. So easy, right? That's the how to comment and comment a shortcut ways. Control Shift forward slash for commenting. Control Shift backward slash for
uncommenting.
Uncommenting. So that if you learn these shortcuts, it's going to be easy for you. Yeah. So that's all about static block and comments. So any questions before moving on to the variable types? Okay. So you can find our blog here, data types. See here data types. Alphabetical order, your topic will be there. So today we're going to cover data types, Java data types. So let's go and understand what are data types. So what is meant by a data type? So data type is nothing but it just specifies the type and size of the value you are storing in an identifier. So any identifier, what type of value, what is the size of that value you want to store? Basically, data will store in the memory, right? Data store in the memory. To store that data, we are using a variable concept. So which concept you are going to use to store the data in the memory? Variable concept. So variables are one of the members in the class inside. Variables are part of class. Those one of the member. Variable is one of the member of the class. One of the member of a class. So in that variable declaration, you have a data types. Data type is part in the variable syntax. So that the data type tells you, so what size and what type of value you are storing in that identifier. So we have two types of data types. Primitive data types, non-primitive data types. So primitive data types, you can store a single value in the primitive data types. Non-primitive data types, you can store multiple values in the non-primitive data types. So primitive data types, we have 8 types: Boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, double. So Boolean is used to store the Boolean value, true or false. Your value is true or false. You will use what data type? A Boolean data type. So character, any character you want to store, single character. It can be alphabet, it can be a number, it can be a space, it can be a special character, any kind of character you want to store. What data type you need to use? A single. That should be a single, not more than one. Any single character, if you want to store, so you have to take a char data type. So then third one, byte, short, int, long. These four are used to store integer type of data. So what is mean by integer type of data? 0 to 9. Any number. So a positive or a negative number, any number you want to store, there are four data types you can use. These sizes are: byte is 8-bit of data it occupies. Short is 16-bit of memory it occupies. Int is 32-bit of memory it occupies. Long is 64-bit of memory it occupies. And float and double, these two are used for decimal values. You want to know assigned floating values, decimal values, decimal numbers. Then either you can use a float or double data type. So float occupies 32, same as an integer size. Integer also 32 size. Float also 32 size. But integer is a plain numbers. Float is a decimal values. And we have a long, bigger integer numbers, your phone number. You cannot store in using integer. You can store only with long. 10 number, digit number, right? That's you will use long. Or bigger, any bigger integer, bigger size, if you want to store this 64-bit of memory, you have to use. Please make sure you remember these numbers also. This memory size is important. If you know memory sizes, you will understand one more concept, typecasting. Otherwise, you are not going to understand. So please remember, character occupies once you declare character, 16-bit of memory will be occupied already. Here we declared char, right? Somewhere. Character. How much it occupies? 16-bit of memory over. 16-bit of memory is done, occupied. So if I declare a short, here also 16-bit of memory. So I declared here byte. So 8-bit of memory occupied. I declared integer here, 32-bit of memory. So long means
64-bit of memory.
64-bit of memory occupied. So these are the things we should know very clearly. Okay. Under non-primitive data types, it can be any class is a non-primitive data type. Any class is also one type, one data type. Why is our class is a data type? Because class has many members, right? You can store many inside the class. That's what I'm saying a non-primitive data type means, right? Multiple values you can store in the non-primitive data type. Class is a one non-primitive data type because you are storing variables, you are writing methods, you are writing blocks, you are writing constructors. All these are members of a class. Many things you are putting inside the class, right? One entity. That's why class also any non-primitive data type. It's a data type. Any interface, any enum, any array, any string. Why strings are? String is only one value, right? Why you are saying string is non-primitive data type? So what is the values we declared here? String.
Java.
How many characters here? How many characters here?
4.
More than one.
8.
So this is the many thing you are storing, right? So more than one character is there. You will use a double quotation for that value representation, and that if you enclose in double quotes anything, what you need to treat that as a string representation. String representation. It's a string representation. Even see in the main method also you have written this. This entire thing is a string, many characters. So this entire thing is enclosed in double quotes. So this println method, you are giving a string value. So if you enclose anything in double quotation, that's a string. This is also a string here, till here. Till here it is a string. So that means for println method, the argument is string type data you are passing if you enclose in double quotes. Are we good? So this is all about non-primitive data type. So any array means you can store multiple values, multiple similar kind of values. That's why these are all non-primitive data types. So here also I have given also very clearly a primitive data types. So it's a built-in types. Non-primitive data types you can derive, or so you can use any classes, interfaces, array, enum, anything, all user-defined classes also. You can treat them as a non-primitive data type. See, integers. Integer family, how many? Byte, short, int, long. Floating point, how many? Float, double. Character, char. Boolean, Boolean data type. So these are the data types. So how many are there? So first, Boolean data type. The Boolean data type has only two possible values. One is true, false. So you need to use this data type for simple flags that track true or false conditions. So this data type represents a 1 bit of information, but its size isn't something that's precisely defined. There is no size defined for Boolean. Okay, but so in the memory, there is no size defined for this. See now like this, you can define Boolean B equal to true, Boolean B1 equal to false. See, this true value will go and store in the B. False value will go and store in the B1. Boolean Bn, I didn't assign any value. Then what is the default value will store?
True. Error.
So it's a false is going to be a default value for the Boolean if you declare it as a global static or non-static variables. So the default value, if you don't assign, it's going to be false is the default value. So for integers, what is the default value? 0. For a floating value, what is the default value? 0.0. These are the default values will be there. Now, see here, there is a conditional operators. Int x equal to 20, int y equal to 10. Both are, now what is the x value? What is the y value?
X value 20, Y value 10.
That's it. X value, you are copying 20 into x. In the y value, you are copying 10. So now this is the assignment operator. And this is comparison operator. So why you will use comparison operator? To compare any two numbers. If you want to compare any two numbers, you will use comparison operator. You will use comparison operators. So what are the conditional operators? Greater than symbol, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and equal to. These are all the conditional operators. So what this conditional operator will do? So you are comparing. You are just comparing them and say which one is a bigger one, which one is the smaller one in the given two numbers, and which is greater than or equal to which one, less than or equal to which one you are comparing. That's a condition you are checking. So if you use conditional operators between numbers, what will be the result? Always Boolean value. You will get a true or false only will get. So you should know these all basics that mathematics, right? It's not Java, but you're converting into Java format. See, right side is the x greater than y. X greater than y means what? You're telling 20 greater than 10, you are saying. So true or false?
True.
20 greater than?
True.
True.
Okay. So Boolean B3 equal to X less than Y. So how many of you are understanding this, what we are doing here? Why I put left side Boolean, the variable name? How many of you understand this calculations?
Because it returns
I
the Boolean
understand.
value.
So
Comparison operator always returns Boolean value.
yeah, that's what comparison operators, this conditional operators always returns a
Boolean
Boolean.
value.
Boolean value. That's why your Boolean value, which data type you need to use to store the Boolean value? You have to use Boolean data type. Boolean data type and that variable equal to assignment operator, because you are copying this output into this variable. Who will do that? This assignment operator will do that. That assignment operator will do that. Now X double equal to Y, 20 double equal to 10. What is the output?
False.
False. So false is of type Boolean. That's why before we are storing Boolean value. So int I equal to X plus Y. So what is the output you will get here?
30.
30. 30 is what type of data type value?
Integer.
That's why left side I put a integer value. So based on the right side expression, you have to take the left side data type. Left side data type. You have to decide like that. So now here we are putting a Boolean left side. Why? Always these conditional operators will give you Boolean values. That's why. There are logical operators, logical and, logical or, and not equal. So these are logical operators. So logical operators, if you use a logical operators between the operands, these are operators. What are the operators? Conditional operators, logical operators. So these are the operators. Where you will use these operators between the operands. Operands means this is the one operand, a variable is an operand, another operand. Operand is nothing but your variable name. Variable names in between you can use operators.
Operators.
There are so many operators we have. And so if you use AND operator, what is mean by AND?
Both. Comparing both.
So variable 1 and variable 2 both are true. Then you will get the result true. Please understand this table. This is the, even you studied in the 5th or 7th class. Recap one more time. This is the very important in the any programming language. If you understand this, this is not a complicated also. If variable 1 value is true and variable 2 is false, what is the output you will get?
False.
So if variable 1 is false and variable 2 is true, you will get a false only.
False.
So both are false, false. So in this case, can you tell me when you will get true in the AND case?
When two operands are true, it will result in true.
When two operands are true, then AND case you will get a true. If any one false also, you will get
false.
False only. Very simple. Now, if you go to not equal operator, so not equal means, so true not equal to false. It's right? That's the correct statement, right? So that's why you'll get a true. So true not equal to true. This is a false, right? True equal to true, but we are saying true not equal to true. That's why you'll get a false. False not equal to true means true. That's right. False not equal to false. False, because both are true. Both are correct only, but we are saying not equal to false. So this false you will get. And negation, basically this is the negation you are doing here. Okay, that's an exclamatory mark you will use to do a negation. Negate. So negative you are telling. So then R case. R means anyone. What is meant by R? R means anyone. Anyone is true. You will get the output as a true. See here. first operand is true, and then operator, or operator, two pipe symbols, or operators, two pipe symbols, and a variable 2 is true, and true or true, we're going to get a true only. True or false, you'll get a true only. False or true, true only you will get. False or false, false you will get. So this is the logical OR operator. So these are all about Boolean values you will get for logical operators or conditional operators. Anyone you use between the operands, between the numbers, between the expressions. So you will use a Boolean value, you will get it if you use these operators. So char data type. Char data type is used to store a single character in the memory location. The value should be enclosed within single quotes. So how many values should be there in the single quotes? Only one. Only one. It can be a alphabets, it can be a special characters, it can be a space, it can be a anything that is enclosed in. So any operator also, even plus operator, minus operator also, all mathematical operators also a single character data type. So because these are all, so you can see in the keyboard, right? Plus operator, so minus operator, multiplication operator, division operator, all these are char data type. Because only one character you are representing. That's why it's a char data type. So char C equal to D and char C1 equal to A, char C2 equal to $ within single quotes. Within single quotes. Char C3 equal to single quotes. Char C5 equal to single quotes. 5. Char C4 equal to A3 single quotes. So this is wrong because why it is wrong? Two characters you are enclosing in double quotes. That's not a char data type syntax. So character means only one character must be there, not more than one. So default value of a char is Unicode. So Unicode is the default character. So this is the 0 is the minimum value and maximum is this UFFF. So how much memory it occupies? 16-bit of memory. That means 2 bytes. 2 bytes means, so 8 multiplied by 8, right? 1 byte equal to 8 bits. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. To store integer type of data, use byte, short, int, long. Again, I'm repeating multiple times. These are byte occupies 8-bit of memory. It has a minimum value minus 128 and maximum value 127. So byte data can be used for saving the memory in the large arrays. So that's matter, right? Memory is a matter everywhere. So that's a byte you will use. Short data type is a 16-bit of memory you will use. It has a minimum value minus 32,768 and maximum value 32,767. So as you can use a short to save memory in large arrays. So that's the main purpose of byte short. So short s equal to 1 you can store. Int occupies 32-bit of memory and minimum value is minus 2 power 31 and maximum value 2 power 31 minus 1. So that's the any integer values if you want store, you will use int data type. So long data type is 64-bit memory it occupies. The minimum value is minus 2 power 63 and maximum value 2 power 63 minus 1. So this is the long in type of data. If you want to store, you will use this long data type. So at the end, long value after, you will use a capital N. That's the all the, so integer type of data, how we will store. There are 4 types of data types we have, primitive data types. So byte, short, int,
Long.
So this is how you can store and assign the value. See, first you are declaring a variable A and assigning a value. You are declaring a B and assigning a value. But here, so this is equal with these 2 lines, and this one you are writing a single line. And this one you are writing in 2 lines here. Same thing. First line you can write like this also. Int A. First, what we did? We created a variable. Then next line, we are assigning the value. How to declare a variable?
Data type.
Data type and variable name.
And variable.
That's a declaration. How to assign the value? You call the variable name in the next line.
And
you can
variable value.
Assignment.
So variable name equal to
Value.
value. So that's the assignment. Please catch this basic point, how to declare a variable, how to assign the value. Declaration and assigning the values are very, very important. So int b, this is a declaration, and assigning a value is this one. But this one is a very shortcut, and this one is a waste of one more line. If you decided to declare and assign the same line, best approach is this one only. You can use this one only, not necessary declaring in one line, assigning in the next line. But unless if you don't need, use always this one in the same line if you want to assign the value also. Okay. So next, this one is decimal values. What are the decimal values means? A float and double you will use to declare a decimal value. So the float data type is used to store a floating point values. So basically, it occupies 32-bit of memory. And so you at the end of the floating value, you have to write a capital F. That represent it is a floating data type. Just to represent the capital F, you will write after value. So double data type is used to store bigger decimal values, 64-bit size values. If you want to store, you will use a double data type. So double D equal to then this decimal value. So bigger decimal values, if you want to store, you will use a double data. So that's all about a primitive data types, 8 primitive data types. Are we good? Anybody having doubt?
No doubts.
So before going to explain one more concept, very important concept, please pay attention now. So this is one of the famous, in the coding, you will use this. So type mismatch error you will get. When you will get a type mismatch error. So what cases you will get? What scenarios you will get a type mismatch error? So in 2 scenarios, you will get a type mismatch error. So left-hand side and right-hand side data type is not same. Read multiple times this statement to understand why you will get this type mismatch error. What is the reason? See very clearly if you understand, here itself the meaning is there. Type mismatch. That means left-hand side, right-hand side, same type is not there. That's the meaning of type mismatch, right? So that left-hand side and right-hand side, same data type is not there. Then you will get a type mismatch error. So left-hand side variable memory size is smaller than right-hand side variable memory size. Then also you will get a type mismatch error. These are the 2 occasions, 2 scenarios, you will get a type mismatch error. So when you will get a type mismatch error?
Left hand side and right hand side.
Left hand side and right side data type
Same.
is
On
not
left
same.
Same
hand
data
side,
type.
Left hand side variable memory size is
memory
smaller than right hand side
Right hand side
variable memory
variable.
size.
So left hand side variable memory size is smaller than right hand side memory size. That time also you will get a type mismatch error. Then how to solve this type mismatch error? So by
By
using
using
typecasting process you have to use. So what is mean by typecasting? So when you assign a bigger memory variable value to lower memory variable value, you will use the data. Without losing the data, you will do a typecasting. But how to do typecasting? So before the right side variable, you insert the parenthesis, the round brackets. Parenthesis means round brackets, right? The round brackets inside, you put the left side data type. That means left side data type, you are putting before the right side variable data. So then what will happen? You are converting the right side data also into left side format. Then LHS and RHS will be same. So that is the typecasting process. Basically, pure definition you can give like this. It is just a process of converting the value of one data type, class, interface into another data type, class or interface. Again, one more time I'm reading. This is understand the definition first. It is the process of converting the value of one data type, class, interface into another data type, class, interface format. That means right side data type you are converting into left side format. That is called typecasting. So how to do typecasting? Left side data type, variable name equal to bigger memory variable name or value, and parenthesis inside you put a left side data type. So left side, whatever the data type here in the left hand side, that you place inside this parenthesis inside. So this can be for the variable, or this can be for the interface, or this can be for the class also. For all, this is the same process. If you find all, so LHS and RHS is not same. So this is how you will do typecasting. So by typecasting, you can solve the type mismatch error. See here examples. Int I equal to 50. Short S1 equal to I. Now, is this the same? So now you will get a type mismatch error here. Why you will get a type mismatch error here? So what is the reason for the type mismatch error?
We have to give a value.
Short is smaller than int.
Why we are getting a type mismatch error here? See that line number, red color. So this is the red color means the class also changed to red color. So why it is, see when you mouse over, type mismatch cannot convert from int to short. So both are say integer type only, right? Short also integer. I data type is a int. Both are integer family, right?
Yes.
Then why you are getting a type mismatch error here?
Short size is
32.
I told you the memory sizes are not same. What is the integer memory size?
32 bit.
What is the short memory size?
64.
16 bit. So that means what is this assignment operator is doing?
Right side value,
Right
it
side.
is assigning right side value to left side.
You are copying the I value into
S1.
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 Now 32 bit size will copy into 16 bit.
No, sir.
No.
Will it fit?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, right? That is the reason it is throwing error. So its memory size are not matching here now. So what is the reason for type mismatch error here? The memory size is not matching. Which memory size is bigger now? Left hand or right hand?
Right hand side.
Right hand.
Right hand.
Somebody saying left hand. That means they should know what is the memory size of short, what is the memory size of integer. Right hand side, integer is a bigger memory, 32-bit memory size. Short is a 16-bit only. So I told you clearly, right hand side memory size is bigger than left hand side one, then you will get a type mismatch. That is the scenario I replicated here. Now, how I am going to solve this? So what is the solution I told?
Typecasting.
So before the right side variable, put a parenthesis and write the left side.
Where?
Data type.
Left side
Sure.
data type. Left side data type you have to write. So what is the left side data type?
Short.
Short. See now, I also converted into short format.
Short.
Now S1 is of type short, I also of type short.
Short.
Both are same category, so that it will be solved by typecasting. So S1 value is, we can print now S1 value plus S1. This is the one of the how to solve type mismatch errors. One more. Second scenario, scenario 2. So that is above, this one is, for example, for scenario 1 is,
Data type.
scenario 1 is
Data type.
memory sizes are not same. Memory sizes are not same. Scenario 2, I'll show you, data types are not same. Okay, float f equal to 15.45 capital F. So now I am assigning int x equal to f. Now, so you see you got error here. So what is the reason for error?
Type mismatch.
Hmm?
Different
Type
data.
mismatch cannot convert
Cannot convert from float to int.
Float to int.
So this is the float. F is a float data type. What is the memory size here? Float memory size?
30, 64.
No.
Long is the
32-bit.
32.
And what is the integer data type? Integer memory size.
32.
32.
Then what is the problem here? Both are same memory size, right? It
Data
will easily fit,
type.
right? 32-bit
Data.
inside, 32-bit easily will fit, right?
Data type is not same.
So what is the reason for here type mismatch error reason? The data
Data
types are
type.
not matching. So this is the integer, this is the float data type. Data types are not matching. So to cover that, so what you need to do? What is the integer number in the float?
15.
15, sir.
15 is the, so now x value is going to be 15.
15.
So you're converting float into integer format.
Integer.
Integer x value is. So these are the cases you will get a type mismatch errors and you have to solve them. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is the type casting also, or type mismatch demo, how to solve them with a typecasting. When you don't need typecasting, suppose, so char c equal to capital A. So if you assign int y equal to c, do we need a typecasting here?
No.
So it's not throwing any error, right? Why?
Because
So
in
character also integer part. Character also integral part. So every character has a integer number inbuilt that is called ASCII codes. ASCII codes. How many of you know ASCII codes? What is the y value now? So what is the y value? Why it is not, sir, this is C is a character, but you are assigning to integer. Both are different data types, right? Why it is not throwing error? Character is a 16-bit. integer is a 32-bit. There is no
32.
memory size, no issues. Why 16-bit easily will fit in the 32-bit. But sir, this is the character, but this one is integer, right? It should give a type mismatch error. But why it's not giving? So when you assign any character to integers, automatically that character internal number will come and store in this variable. What is the internal number of this A? Look at the ASCII table. Look at the ASCII table. What is the ASCII table? So every character has a ASCII codes. So every character has a ASCII table. So it's not visible. This is not visible. ASCII table. So you should understand this ASCII codes. See, capital A ASCII codes are here. You can see ASCII codes. Can you see here?
Yes.
Capital
Yes,
A
yes.
ASCII code. What is that?
60.
65. So what is the lowercase? Lowercase small a. What is the ASCII code?
97.
97. So small capital Z 90. So small a 97 and a small z 120. So these numbers will come and store in that. If when you assign a character to integer values, what will come and store?
Number.
ASCII codes.
ASCII code.
ASCII code of that character. ASCII code of that character will come and store. Now, so capital A ASCII code. What is the capital A ASCII code?
65.
So now in this y variable, what will store now?
65.
65 will store. See, that when you execute, you will execute the say 65. It came here. So it came 65. Now y contains 65 number. Why 65? This capital A ASCII code, the number, inbuilt number of this character will come and store in the integer. When you are working with the characters, you are using these characters when you are assigning to integer numbers, that ASCII code will be assigned to that integer variable. Please remember these points. So what is the point? Any character assigned to integers, that character ASCII code will come. ASCII code is nothing but an integer number. Will go and store in that variable. Or one more point you need to understand. If you are using a character in the mathematical operations, like summation, subtraction, multiplication, the character won't participate. Character ASCII code will participate in the mathematical operations. Another third point you need to remember. These points are very, very, very crucial when you're working with characters. Okay. So that's all about the data types. And tomorrow I'll cover